أولى ثانوي. فرصة جديدة وحلم جديد وهنعديها بالتأكيد، وهنعديها بالتأكيد. أولى ثانوي.
Dear secondary stage students, year 1, welcome to our English program and welcome to our channel مدرستنا 3 under the supervision of the Ministry of Education. أعزائي طلبة والطالبات الصف الأول الثانوي، أهلا ومرحبا بكم حلقة جديدة قناتكم مدرستنا 3 تحت إشراف وزارة التربية والتعليم. Today we are going to start or continue Unit 4. We have taken Part 1, Part 2 and this is Part 3. We are going to discuss together the listening part. We are going to study the vocab and we are going also to continue Treasure Island. Let's start together. Our objectives for today, we are going to answer questions and the details, discuss the details of the listening text. And as I told you, you can listen to it on the AKB. نقدر نسمعه على بنك المعرفة إن شاء الله. Express opinion, we are going to express opinion and we are going to skim chapter 4. We are going to learn the main idea of chapter 4 and discuss the vocab. What do you think a phone-in is? What is a phone-in? We are going to listen to a text. It's about a boy who is complaining about bullying. He phoned a program and he complained about being bullied at school. So what's a phone-in? A phone-in is a radio or a television program. It's a program on television or on TV or on radio where people can phone and they can discuss their problems. So what's a phone-in? A phone-in is a radio or a television program in which you hear ordinary people expressing their opinion and asking questions. Okay? So what is the problem of bullying? I told you that there is a boy who will complain about being bullied at school. So what's bullying? Bullying means when someone uses his power or his strength to frighten someone else. So the use of power or strength to frighten someone weaker, to tell him some bad words, for example. You can tell him that he is too fat or too tall and so on. This is bullying. You tell people bad things about themselves. You hurt people's feeling. This is bullying. And what is a bully? A bully is someone who does this bad behavior. This is a bully. And the to bully is the verb. So I advise you not to bully anyone, not to tell anyone any bad words about themselves. As you see here in the picture, you find a student who is bullying another student. So he was unhappy at school because he was always bullied. He was unhappy because he was always bullied because other students bully him. Okay? What is a rucksack? Look at the picture here. A rucksack is a backpack. It's a bag which you carry on your back. So hikers carry their food and water on rucksacks. Hikers carry their food and water in rucksacks. So what's rucksack? It's a bag which you carry on your back. And who are hikers? People who walk for a long time. We have here the word police. I think this word is very easy for you. This word can be used as a noun and as a verb. When it is a noun, it means a group of people whose work is to organize or everything in the country, or whose job is to catch criminals. They can catch criminals, they can organize the traffic, for example, and so on. So the police are a group of people or an organization whose job is to catch criminals. Okay? So we can say the police arrested the murderer. The police arrested the murderer. And we can use police also as a verb. So what is police as a verb? It means to take control over an area, to control a place, and to impose law. نفرض القانون هنا ونسيطر على المكان ده. This is to police the area. So to control over an area to make sure that law is obeyed, to make sure that people obey the law. So the coast is policed by the military. The coast is policed by the military. What's the military? القوات الحربية. So when I say the coast is policed معناها إن القوات الحربية بتفرض السيطرة على المكان ده. The coast is policed by the military. What about the word nurse? If you look at the picture, you will find a beautiful nurse who's looking after the patient. So a nurse is an easy word for you. It's someone whose job is to look after people who are ill. But nurse can be used as a verb. What is to nurse as a verb? It means to look after people. So we can say she is nursing the old woman. She is nursing her means she is looking after her. And again, nursing is the noun, the job or the skill of looking after people. So I can say that my daughter wants to join the faculty of nursing, the faculty of nursing. Here we have a very important word. This is the word cheat. What's it to cheat? Cheat is a verb. It means to act in a dishonest way. So for example, in this picture, you find a student who is cheating in the exam. What's it to cheat in the exam? You find him writing some words on his hand and he is writing them in the exam. So he is cheating. This is not allowed. So this is cheating. So to cheat is to act in a dishonest way. What is the noun a cheat? A cheat means the person himself who does this bad action. This is a cheat. الشخص نفسه who cheat is a cheat. So a person who acts in a dishonest way. What about cheating? Cheating is the action itself, acting in a dishonest way. This is a noun. Look at this example. We should be all honest. We should never cheat. We should be honest. We should never cheat. Okay, so we can say, for example, merchants. You remember the word merchant? اللي هو التاجر. Honest merchant never cheat. They never cheat us. What about the word concern? What is to be concerned with something? To be concerned means to be interested in something. Look at the picture. This man is interested in something. He is thinking carefully about something, so he is concerned with this thing. So to be concerned means to have concern or means to be interested in something. All the Egyptians are greatly concerned with the education of their children. It means that all the Egyptians are interested in teaching their children. We can say the expression, as far as I'm concerned, it's hard to be online, to be alone in a new school. Of course, our unit was talking about making new friends, and it's hard to be alone in a new school. It's hard. So as far as I'm concerned, this is a way to express opinion. Here we have some ways to express opinion. How can we express opinion? We can use this expression, which I have just mentioned, as far as I'm concerned. We can use also I think, or in my opinion. We can say, in my opinion, your old friends are your best friends. So when you express opinion, you can use one of these expressions. As far as I'm concerned, no one in the world is more important than me. I think I'd find it very difficult at a new school. In my opinion, your old friends are your best friends. So here some expressions to express opinion. Responding to opinion. When I respond, when I say that I accepted this opinion, I refuse this opinion, I will say, for example, I agree, or that's true. Here I accept the opinion. I agree with you. Or that's true. Or that's what I think. Or I can't agree more. We can also say, I am not sure about that. When I say I'm not sure about that, it means that I disagree with you, but in a polite way. When we want to express that we don't agree with someone in a polite way, we can say, I'm not very sure. We can say, I disagree. I disagree with you. I disagree with your opinion. Now we have some sentences, some exercises. Choose the correct answer from A, B, C, or D. Is a common problem where some people use their strengths to hurt others. We said that when we use our power, our strengths to hurt others, this is called what? Yes, of course, it's called bullying. So bullying is the action itself. We have letter A, bully. Bully is a noun or a verb, but bullying is the noun. When bully is a noun, it means the person himself. But here we want to say that it's the action of using your strengths. So bullying is using your strengths. Question number 2. Did you listen to the radio phone? We said that there is a program where you can call and you can express your opinion. This is called phone on, phone in, phone at, or phone off. Yes, very good. Of course, it's a phone in. So a phone in is a program on TV or on radio. We have another question here. Ahmed always carries his on his back. What does Ahmed carry on his back? What is the thing which we can carry on our back? Is it a suitcase? Of course, a suitcase is a very big bag in which we put clothes. A briefcase is a small bag in which we put paper, important paper or documents. Sack or rucksack. Sack, it can be for things, for vegetables, for things like that, beans or so on. We can say a sack of flour, a sack of rice, a sack of objects. But a rucksack is something which we carry on our back. As far as this expression which we use to express opinion, as far as, or as long as, or as well as, or as soon as, of course it's as far as I'm concerned. As far as I'm concerned, على قدر اهتمامي بالموضوع ده, as far as I'm concerned. Now we are going to study Treasure Island. This is part 2 of our lesson today, Treasure Island. Do you remember what happened in the last chapter? You remember when Jim was hiding inside a barrel and he heard some secrets. Here, Jim wants to tell these secrets to Mr. Smollett, Mr. Trelawney, and Dr. Livesey. So here we have a quotation. I must speak to you, Captain Smollett, and Mr. Trelawney, I have some terrible news. Who said these words? Of course, this is the hero of our story. This is Jem who said these words. I must tell you some secrets. I have some news which I wanted to tell you, terrible news. What are the terrible news? The terrible news is that he heard that Long John Silver wanted to attack the captain. He wants to steal the papers which show where the treasure was. So who said these words and what is the terrible news? Of course, Jem said these words. Jem is the hero of our story. And he wanted to tell the Captain Smollett and Mr. Trelawney about Silver's plan. Here we have another quotation. The men all trust him. He can listen and find out who we can trust. Do you know the word trust? Do you remember the word trust? To have confidence in someone, to trust someone, to think that someone is good and you can rely on him, you can depend on him. So who said these words? All people trust him. Of course, Dr. Livesey said this word. Who was Dr. Livesey talking about? كان بيتكلم عن مين دكتور ليفزي هنا؟ مين اللي كل الناس بتثق فيه؟ Of course, again, he was talking about Jem. Jem is a brave boy, clever boy. All the people on the ship like him and trust him. So he wants him to listen to the sailors and to know who they can trust and who works with the pirates. Do you remember the word pirates? Pirates are the sailors who attack ship and steal from them. So he wants to know who are honest sailors and who work with the pirates. Now we have some new words which you will meet in this chapter. We're going to discuss them. First of all, try to complete this sentence with a suitable word. We have the word here of a bacteria, virus, or whatever. So there is an outbreak. Outbreak means a spread. There is a spread or outbreak, انتشار أو جائحة زي ما بنقول. There is outbreak of in the country. of what? There is outbreak of what? Of the disease. We can say also outbreak of the virus, outbreak of a disease, or of an illness. Okay, so we can say there is an outbreak of the disease in the country. What is outbreak? It means spread. Another question here, we have the word shore. The ship came on shore. What is the shore? Shore means the nearest place to the land. It's the nearest place from the sea to the land where ships can stay. So the ship came on shore, and the passengers left the ship. This is the shore. Can you see it in the picture? We have the sea here, the water. When the ship comes from the water and they come to the nearest part to land, this is the shore. Can you see this picture? This is the referee. The referee is, there is something in his mouth by which he makes a loud sound in order to say that he will end the match. So what is this called? This is a whistle. It can be a noun and it can be a verb. So we can say the referee blew his whistle, or the referee whistled to end the match. We have also this picture. Can you see this picture? It's a branch. What is a branch? Branch is part of a tree. So we can say he held onto a branch of the tree. He is a reliable person. A reliable person means someone we can trust. He is a reliable person whom you can trust. So what's a trust? To trust someone, to think that he is a good person. Now we have some exercises. Look at the first one. A is a part of a tree that grows out of the trunk. This is, of course, the branch. The branch is part of a tree. Question number 2, our company is going to open a new branch again. So branch can be a part of a tree and can be a part of a bank, a part of a company. So the branch of the company. Our company is going to open a new branch. Number 3, the referee blew his. I think we said this sentence before, blew his whistle. Or we can say he whistled. It can be a noun and it can be a verb. Question number 4, high blood pressure is a long-term disease, infection, crisis, or mess. Of course, it's a disease, the long-term disease. Do you remember this expression? A long-term disease which will go along all your life. So blood pressure, اللي هو ضغط الدم, this is a long-term disease. Question number 5, my son, he can't make such a mistake. So I believe my son is good. I trust him. I trust my son. He never makes such a mistake. Number 6, the ship came on there to get supply of water. So the ship came on coast, beach, shore, or bank. Of course, it came to the shore. And we are going to discuss these words in detail. The word coast, beach, shore, and bank. We are going to discuss them in detail. So now we are going to discuss these words, the word bank, the word coast, the word shore, the word beach, but we are going to discuss them on the mirror board. Let's go together. We are going to discuss together the difference between some words. We have studied the word shore. What is the difference between the word shore and the word beach, the word coast, and the word bank? All these words are related to water. So what's a shore? Shore means the part of water which is very near to the land. This is a place where the ships stand. When I say that the ship came to the shore, or came on shore, or came ashore. So I can say the ship came on shore. And instead of saying on shore, we can stay ashore. We can stay ashore, one word. So we can say on shore or ashore. The ship came ashore or the ship came on shore. So this is a place where the ship stands when it comes from sea to the land. It stay in this part on the shore. What about the beach? The beach is the wide area of sand on which we can stay, we can play. So we can say the children play on the beach. Here we cannot say the children play on the shore. We cannot say that. We say the children play on the beach, on the sand. What about the word coast? The word coast is a geographical word. We say, for example, Alexandria lies on the north coast. Alex lies on the north coast. وcoast طبعا معناها الساحل. فAlexandria lies on the north coast of Egypt. So it's a geographical term. We cannot say Alexandria lies on the beach or on the shore. No, it's wrong. We say Alexandria lies on the north coast of Egypt. What about the word bank? The word bank are the sides of rivers or lakes. So we can say, for example, the flood broke out the banks of the river. So we can say the flood broke out the banks of the river. The banks of the river means the both sides of the river. These are the banks. So don't confuse between these words. Don't be confused. The word shore, this is a place where ships stay. The word beach, this is the white sand on which we can play. And the coast is a geographical term. We say Alex lies on the north coast, and the banks, these are the river banks, the both sides of the river. Okay, as you have seen, we discussed some new vocab which are related to being at school. When you are at school, you find some problems, like the problem of bullying. Do you remember these words? The word bullying means that someone uses his power to hurt other people's feeling. And I advise all of you never to do this, never hurt anyone's feeling. So we have the word bullying, the word cheating, and many other words. We have discussed again how to express opinion. We have studied some of the new vocab in our story Treasure Island. I want you to study the story and read it in detail. And this is the end of our lesson today. Till we meet again, wish you best of luck. Goodbye.
أولى ثانوي فرصة جديدة وحلم جديد وهنعديها بالتأكيد وهنعديها بالتأكيد أولى ثانوي